What up? What up? What up? This is your boy Dray, Sportsway with Dray podcast, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's Golden Boy. This is my WNBA Finals prediction, preview episode, whichever thing you want to call it. You know what I mean? Listen, I have been waiting for this WNBA Finals. I called it in January, when all the moves was made, when Stewie made the decision to go to the Liberty, when Jonquel Jones decided to go to the Liberty, when Courtney Vandersloot decided to join the Liberty, I knew that it was a full-gone conclusion that the Aces and the Liberty was going to meet in the WNBA Finals. The Aces were already the defending champs, right? Candace Parker decides to join them. Once Candace decided to join them, for me, it was a full-gone conclusion that the Aces was going to repeat. And then once the Liberty got all the pieces they got, I already knew those two teams will be on a collision course for the WNBA Finals this upcoming season. Yes, we had two super teams in the WNBA, and believe me when I tell you, I was all for it. I knew this all along. I called it all along. Listen, man, I called it all along. And when the Liberty took care of business against the Connecticut Sun, I was nothing but amazed. I was nothing but happy and proud that my prediction came true. But of course, with that comes with, who do I expect to win? Who do I want to win? And we're going to get to all of that, right? We're going to get to the meat and potatoes soon. Both these teams played each other 5 times this season. They played each other 5 times this season. Now, the Commissioner Cup, technically you don't have to count. But me, fuck it. That shit count. So if that's the case, then the Liberty basically won the tiebreaker. They won 3 out of the 5, right? If you don't want to count it, then it's tied 2-2. Me personally, nah, it's regular season. I get that the Liberty won the Commissioner's Championship. I get all of that. But for me, they played each other. So for me, that shit count. You understand what I'm saying? Liberty won 3 out of 2. So trust me, there was times I was posting on social media and I was saying, look, the Liberty got the tiebreaker, 3-2. Now, if all else works, if the man upstairs cooperates, which, listen, the man upstairs always cooperates. He's always on time. If we was to somehow get a WNBA Finals matchup with the Aces and the Liberty in a best-of-5 series, and it goes all 5 games, man, what a feeling it would be. What a feeling it would be. Now, this is coming from somebody who has been following the WNBA since its existence, which is 1997, right? I've never been more excited for a WNBA final. I haven't been this excited for one in quite some time. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I enjoyed all of the WNBA finals. Don't get me wrong. But this one here, it just added some more funk to it. It added some more oomph to it. And listen, the top 2 teams, the 2 teams that was the best teams throughout the whole season is in the WNBA Finals now, right? Obviously, both teams are stacked. You got Asia Wilson for the Aces. You got Kelsey Plum. You got Jackie Young. You got Chelsea Gray. You got Kia Stokes, who filled in for Candace Parker since she's been hurt, right? Then you got the Liberty. You got Stewie. You got Sabrina Ionescu. You got Courtney Vandersloot. You got Jonquel Jones. You got Laney, who's an unsung hero for the Liberty. You got Big Mama Steph. You got Johannes. Listen, that Liberty team is stacked from top to bottom. Their bench is way more superior than the Aces benches. Let's just call it what it is. Then you got the coaching experience, right? You have the coaching experience on the table in this matchup. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm very much excited for this WNBA Finals, man. Becky Hammond, we already know her pedigree. Former WNBA player, transformed to being an assistant coach with the Spurs. In her first year with the Aces, wins the WNBA championship. And then you got Sandy Brondello, okay, who used to coach the Phoenix Mercury with Diana Taurasi and Cappie Pondexter and Penny Taylor and Brittany Griner. Won a couple of WNBA championships there. Now comes to the Liberty and now gets them to the WNBA Finals. This is the first time in history, in WNBA history, that you're going to have two coaches that used to play in the league going up against each other and competing for the WNBA championship. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. But now let's get to the meat and potatoes. I know that's what y'all want. I know that's what y'all waiting for. Y'all waiting for me to say, who do I want to win? Like I said earlier, all season, I said the Aces was the best team. Clearly, it was the best team. They was the #1 ranked team all year. I also said with Candace being there, just give them the ring now. It's over with. Just give them the ring. There's no need to play. Just give them the ring. There's a trick to that, though. Candace is out. She's not playing. So being that she's not out, for me, in my honest opinion, this kind of opens the door for the Liberty, because it was one thing that I peeped when the Aces and the Liberty played each other. I believe it was in August, because I was on vacation from work at the time. Or maybe I was getting ready to go on vacation from work. They played each other, and the Aces got dog walked. I think the Liberty smoked them by either 40 points or close to 40 points. And I'm sitting there watching that game and I'm saying to myself, this would be a whole lot different if Candace was out there. Now, I'm not saying the Aces would have won, but they wouldn't have got blown out by 40 if Candace was there. See, there's some teams that they went against that they didn't need Candace. I honestly believe that this round, this championship round, I honestly think that they're going to need Candace Parker to win this series. And being that she's not there, this gives the edge to the Liberty to some degree. Now, you can make the case, wait, Candace wasn't on their team last year. They won without Candace last year. Rightfully so. But there were some role players that was on that Aces team last year that are not on this team this year. Williams, she's not on the team. Remember, I'm not saying she's banned, but she's not on the team because of the whole domestic issue with a girlfriend. Now, charges have been dropped, but as you can see, she's still not on the team. She played an intricate part in the Aces winning that championship last year. She's not on this lineup right now. So who knows? Like who honestly knows? And then you bring this into the fold. The role players. You know what I'm saying? See, with the Aces, you can make a case that you got 4 bona fide studs on that team. Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. I don't consider none of those women role players. I consider them stars and superstars, right? Me personally, the Aces probably got 2 role players, and that's Aisha Clark and Kia Stokes. The Liberty, you can make a case that they got 5 stars and role players. Their whole starting lineup, in my opinion, is full of stars and role players. You got Laney. And I said this when the season started. I said that if she can stay healthy, because that's been her problem since she's been in the league. She can't stay healthy. I said that if she stays healthy, the Liberty have a great chance to do some damage this season. And what did she do? Stayed healthy. Stayed healthy. Two-way player. Can shoot the three. Anything that you need her to do, she can do. So she's a star in my eyes. Courtney Vandersloot, future Hall of Famer, she's a star. Jonquel Jones, former MVP, she's a superstar or a star. Sabrina Ionescu, please, come on. That is a bona fide superstar. Stewie, bona fide Hall of Famer. She wins everywhere she plays. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't lose. She doesn't lose. She wins everywhere she's at. She won in college. She won in the pros. And as you can see now with the Liberty, she helped get them to the WNBA Finals. And then their role players. They got role players off the bench. You got Thornton. You got Johannes, who can light it up from the tray. You got Big Mama Steph, you know what I'm saying? Who can come out there and set those picks, crash boards, facilitate the ball. The Liberty have more role players than the Liberty. I mean, the Liberty have more role players than the Aces. Now let's get to who I think is going to win. Like I said earlier, I said that if Candace plays, it's a clear conclusion that the Aces are going to win. Candace is out. And for anybody that knows me, they know how much I love Candace Parker. They also know how much I love Asia Wilson, because she just happens to be in my top 5 of favorite players in the WNBA. You can make a case that Candace is number 1, Stewie's number 2, or Asia's number 2, Sabrina, you know what I'm saying? Those 4 right there are my top players, favorite players in the league. But my number 1 girl is not playing. My number 1 girl is out. And what that does is that opens the door for me to not really have an allegiance to the Aces because my girl's not playing. And let's add this other equation in. Where are the Liberty from? New York. I am a New Yorker. Proud one for that matter. Brooklyn native. Let's get that taken care of. With that being said, and it's going to pain me to say this, believe me, it's going to pain me to say this. I got the Liberty winning this series. I know some of y'all going to be shocked that I said this. I got the Aces winning this series. Now, for me, I want this motherfucker to go 5 games. I want this WNBA Finals to go all 5 games. I want it to go all 5 games. It deserves that it goes all 5 games. The 2 best teams all season long to meet in the WNBA Finals. It's only right that they meet in the WNBA Finals and it goes all 5 games. But I'm not going to lie to you. If the Liberty was to win this series, I want them to do it in 4 games. And the reason why I say in 4 games is because it's very simple. The Aces have home court advantage, which means game 1 and game 2 will be in Vegas. I truly believe that the Liberty can go there and get 1 game. They've proven it already during the regular season. They went there and won a game. Game 3 and game 4 is in Barclays in Brooklyn. I checked the date. I believe game 3 is, I think, the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. And it just so happens I'm off that weekend. If y'all don't think that I am going to that game, y'all are sadly mistaken. I will put the NFL on hold for that Sunday just to be in that building, wearing my WNBA gear, repping these women. Trust and believe. Do you know what this would do to the city if the Liberty could end this shit in 4 games? Do you know how crazy downtown Brooklyn would be if the Liberty was to finish this shit in 4 games? Forget doing it in 5. But to do it in game 4 in your building. Do you know what that would do to this city? Come on, man. That's why, listen, I want the Liberty to win this. I want them to win it. I wouldn't be upset if the Aces win, but in my heart, I want the Liberty to win. They've never won one before. Now, again, I've been following the WNBA since 97. I was outside when the Liberty went to 3 WNBA finals and came up empty-handed. 97 was the first year. The initial year, the inaugural year, they lost to the Houston Comets. And the Comets went on to win 4 finals in a row. Somewhere along the line, I forgot which year it was. I think it was 99. They met again. Teaspoon in game 2 hit that half-court shot to win the game for the Liberty. Game 3, Houston won. Fast forward about 2-3 more years. The Liberty played the Sparks in the WNBA Finals. And Lisa Leslie and them girls, I believe that was their first championship, or they went back-to-back. Either or, it was at the expense of the Liberty. Since then, the Liberty have not been to the WNBA Finals. With this team that is currently constructed, at their first go, do you know? Oh, come on, man. Come on, Liberty. Come on. Listen, I want the Liberty to win this. I truly do. Win this for Teaspoon. Win it for Rebecca Lobo. Win it for Crystal Robinson. Win it for Sue Wicks. Win it for Vicky Johnson. And listen, for all intended purposes, win it for Becky Hammond because she used to play for the Liberty. You understand what I'm saying? Those are all players that are in the ring of honor of the New York Liberty. Oh, I forgot Kim Hampton. I can't forget about her. Do you know what this would do for the city if the Liberty was to win this championship? And listen, before I go, let me just say this. And this is very important. This is another reason on why I want them to win. And I want y'all to follow me on this. New York. I'm talking about New York. We have not seen a championship in this city since 2011. Since 2011, we have not seen a championship in this city. And that was from the Giants in football. My Yankees, unfortunately, will not be in the playoffs this year. So we won't be getting a World Series from them. We haven't got one from them since 2009. The Knicks haven't won since 1973. I wasn't even alive when these motherfuckers won. The Nets just came to New York. Actually, Brooklyn. So they haven't won shit yet. The Jets haven't won since 1969. Guess what? They won't be winning this year either. The Giants won't be winning this year. Let's get the hockey. The Rangers haven't won since 1994. They won't be winning this year. The Islanders, I can't even recall the last time they won one. They won't be winning one this year. So can you just think, can you imagine, oh, the Mets, I was 1 year old, or on the verge of being a few days away from being 1 year old since the last time they won the World Series. They're not making the playoffs this year. They won't be winning one this year either. So to think about it, just think about it. All these teams I just mentioned in New York. Just think about that for a minute. They're all male dominant. All those teams I mentioned are male dominant. Could you imagine that if this city was to win the WNBA championship and have the women rep it for the city? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that would mean? Liberty, come on, let's get it together. Come on, Liberty. Win this WNBA Finals. Please. Please win this WNBA Finals. Do it for the city. Do it for the city. So again, I got the Liberty winning this in, listen, I want them to win it in 5. I want them to win this in 4. I would not be mad if, hypothetically, this series goes 5 games. I would not be mad if it goes 5 games. But if the Liberty was to close this series, best believe they gotta do it in 4 games. Do it for the city. Close this shit out at home. So there you have it. There you have it. That is my prediction. I'm hoping it comes to fruition. Rep for the city, New York Liberty. Rep for the city. But shout out to both teams. Shout out to both teams. Both teams have been great all season long. Both teams deserve to be in this position. Both teams deserve to be representing the league and being in this WNBA finals. May the best team win. In my head, I say Aces. In my heart, I'm going with the Liberty because I'm from New York. And again, like I said, Candace is not playing. So I have no allegiance to the Aces right now at this moment. Now, if Candace was playing, I'm going with the Aces. But see, she's not there. She's not playing. So I have no allegiance to them. I still love Asia. I still love Kelsey Plum. I still love Chelsea Gray. I still love Jackie Young. I still love Becky Hammond. But in my heart, I am going with the New York Liberty. I want the Liberty to close this thing out. So there is my prediction. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. There's going to be plenty more videos to come. I just had to do it. I just had to show my face for this prediction. Any other time, y'all can catch Sportswear with Dray podcast on all streaming platforms except Tidal. I'm on Amazon Music. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Apple Podcasts. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Podbean. I'm on Pocket Cast. Any of those platforms that you listen to podcasts, your boy is on there. I just had to show my face and grace my presence with this prediction episode. So catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Give it up for the ladies. You understand what I'm saying? Give it up for these ladies. They can ball. They got game. Watch them motherfucking work, all right? This your man Dray Day, Sportswear with Dray Day podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.